Building trust is no longer just a quote-unquote soft skill in the modern workplace. It's a critical economic driver. In fact, a lack of trust costs the global economy an estimated $8.9 trillion every single year in lost engagement. According to the 2024 Edelman Trust Barometer, employees who trust their employers are far more likely to stay, advocate for the company, and embrace new technologies. Yet only 23% of employees strongly agree they trust their leadership. Today we're going beyond the basics. We're diving into 6 evidence-based strategies with real-world examples from companies like Microsoft and Google to help you bridge that trust gap starting today. First, model radical transparency. This isn't just about sharing good news. It's about sharing the information that's traditionally been withheld, like financial performance and strategic pivots. Take the tech company Buffer. They famously publish every single employee's salary, including the CEO's, and the exact formula used to calculate them. This transparency dismantles internal politics and reinforces fairness. Actionable tip: host monthly Ask Me Anything sessions. Instead of just sharing results, openly discuss your current struggles. As leadership expert Ray Dalio says, information allows people to act intelligently rather than fearfully. Second, practice vulnerability-based trust. Trust is built when leaders admit they don't have all the answers. This humanizes you and creates a safe space for your team to be honest too. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella transformed his company's culture from know-it-all to learn-it-all by sharing personal stories about his family and challenges. By being vulnerable, he paved the way for a more empathetic organization. Actionable tip: when a mistake happens, don't pivot or blame. Use those uh-oh moments to lead. Say, I made a mistake in that client call. Here's what I learned and how I'll fix it. Perfection isn't the requirement, growth is. Third, foster psychological safety. This is the belief that you won't be punished or humiliated for speaking up with ideas, questions, or even mistakes. Without it, innovation dies. Google's famous Project Aristotle found that psychological safety was the single most important predictor of team effectiveness. It allows employees to stop impression management and start problem solving. High-performing teams often hold failure forums, where the focus is entirely on what went wrong, rather than who was to blame. This shifts the culture from fear to curiosity. Actionable tip: replace blame with curiosity. When a deadline is missed, instead of asking, why didn't you finish this, try asking, what roadblocks did you encounter and what support do you need next time? Fourth, close the listening loop. Trust is not just about listening, it's about a visible response. Many organizations suffer from survey fatigue, where employees feel their feedback disappears into a black hole. Companies that implement trust dashboards to publicly track actions taken based on feedback see significantly higher retention. It shows that employee voices actually drive change. Actionable tip: use the listen, respond, change framework. Explicitly state, we heard you were overwhelmed by X, so we are implementing Y to help. Even if you can't make the change, explaining the reasoning builds trust. Fifth, demonstrate radical consistency. Trust is the result of reliability equals consistency times time. Inconsistency, like having favorites, destroys your credibility instantly. Effective leaders often use a user manual for themselves, a document shared with their team that outlines how they work, what triggers them, and how they make decisions. It removes the guesswork. Finally, invest in whole person well-being. With global stress levels at all-time high, employees trust leaders who care about them as human beings, not just human resources. Actionable tip: start your next one-on-one with a personal check-in. Instead of, how are you? Try, how does it feel to be you today? Trust isn't built in one big moment. It's built in 1,000 small ones. Let's lead with trust.